Hey folks, welcome back to my channel, and today we are once again playing Jotunslayer Hordes of Hel with the goal of playing the Flame Sister and hoping we can get a victory here against one of these Jotuns. Flame Sister, not the easiest class to play. She's pretty squishy, has a change in her auto attack animation, in terms of just completely changing what it does, and it reduces the actual attack speed. So yeah, just between the squishiness and how her attacks change and how things kind of interact with one another as the Flame Sister, not the easiest class to play, but it definitely has some good aspects to it. So we'll go ahead and look at the skill shop real quick just to see what I have her currently spec'd in. So right now I have my overall crit chance is increased by 15%. I also have here Blazing Soul burn chance increased by 50% as well. I had just a point here to increase our critical hit damage by 15. Well, not by 15, but incrementally increases by 12, 24, then 36% as long as you spec into it or pick it when you level up. We are definitely going to go with Fire Dart. So Fire Dart is just a wonderful ability, reminds me of Magic Missile. It's fantastic. And then once it evolves, it's just you have a bunch of burn chance. It could bounce. The explosion chance goes up. The explosion damage, the cooldown is only 2 seconds. So really great ability to have on the Flame Sister. Also, we've got our counter attack here, which gives us a 20% chance to randomly reset a cooldown on one of our random skills. So really good to have that as the Flame Sister. And also Blazing Soul can explode twice. There's a 30% chance for that to happen. So really awesome traits to have here on the Flame Sister. And so for my secondary ability, I decided let's just experiment a little bit and let's go with Shrapnel Pop. Never used it before, so we're just having a gamble here, hoping that this is actually going to be a good skill for us. So the Sisterhood Incarnates, I mean, it's not bad. They're just decoys. They don't really do much. And then the Flaming Ray is actually really good. I like this ability. It reminds me of Thor's Lightning Strike here, except the only difference is that the Lightning Strike stays in one fixed location, whereas the Flaming Ray just constantly rotates around you. So not a bad ability to have by any stretch at all. As far as which abilities are we going to be using now from our god perspective, so I currently have Jormanger and Flammable Wall selected as evolutions for this run, but I'm thinking we change that. I think we go with Vipers. Yeah, Vipers instead, or this is tough. I like Vipers. I like the Viper evolution because it splits the Vipers into many Vipers, and it just covers the screen. So we'll go with Vipers for now. So we'll do Vipers, Flammable Wall, and then maybe for the third ability, we do Spark, or maybe we can do Rolling Boulder, or again, we'll do Valkyrie Descent probably, or maybe even just go with Thunderstorm. Whatever just pops up first, we'll just take it and see what happens. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with our run. So Flame Sister, Blazing Soul, Dasher, Inferno are her passives. The Blazing Soul, you'll see it shoots out little like flame lines at enemies, does 26 damage. It heals you for every enemy it hits. It doesn't hit every enemy. I believe it's only like 3 to 4. Inferno, it's basically a chance to infuse your attacks with fire. So you'll see instead of like hitting things with your dagger, it's like a little fire lash that just kind of goes out and it has a chance to burn the targets that it hits. And also we're going to be doing something a little different too, as far as changing her auto attack to just be Inferno Strike the entire time. So we'll take a look at that as well. I don't have any other weapons unlocked for her, so we're just going to stick with the Star Metal Dagger here with that 20% collecting range increase, as well as calling down meteors every 16 seconds to stun our targets. And we are actually going to, I think we should play Niflheim. Let's do Niflheim, and we can do, just because I'm not as confident with the Flame Sister, let's do normal. No, you know what? Let's do hard. with no modifiers. So, the Flame Sister, it's not a class that you just automatically unlock at the beginning of the game. You have to actually unlock it. I don't remember exactly how I did it, but if I remember correctly, it was you have to beat this map on normal difficulty to actually unlock the Flame Sister herself. All right, so what we're going to do is we're not using either one of these, so we'll banish them. And we'll pick up this passive. Enemies afflicted with burn have a chance to create a flaming area upon death. So a lot of our stuff is just going to be burning the enemy. So we're going to go ahead and choose that passive. And we'll go ahead and just light the braziers here. That is not what I wanted. Perfect. We'll do Loki, and we will start with the Viper cast. So those little red lines that you just saw, that is your blazing soul. So every so often you'll see it appear, and it'll hit up to 4 enemies, and then if you have taken damage, it'll heal you up per enemy hit. Critical hits deal more damage. Risk haste enemy. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. You know what? Let's re-roll this real quick. Do the Flame Sister and pick up the Fire Dart or Flame Dart. There we go. See, so I just had 530 health. Blaze Soul went off, hit a few things, brought me right back up to 550. Just gonna finish opening up these or lighting the rest of these braziers. Braziers. Shrapnel Pot is the other ability that we're going with. The Flame Sister, I've never used it before, so we're gonna see how it works. Looks like it's a little like landmine almost. Perfect. Call down some meteors real quick. Let's do Freya. Oof. So we know we're going Flame Wall and Vipers. What were we gonna do with the last one? You know what? Let's do Divine Wave, because I feel like we need some AoE damage. Fire Dart again. Get it closer to that evolution. Blaze Soul just doing some work there for us. Now, I have no idea how this build is going to work against the boss, but we will find out. Ooh, unfortunate. All right. Let's go ahead and choose increasing our maximum health. So you cannot go wrong with maximum health increases. I almost wonder if I should just stay still. Defeat the chieftains or defeat the Jarl. Let's defeat the Jarl. I'd rather just fight one thing instead of 3. But we'll get this chest before we head up there. We'll go ahead and get some more experience. Let's see if she'll give us that. Yep, Divine Wave, perfect. Increase the radius, increase the damage. Call down some meteors. Why not? Yes, I said meteors. Call the Jarl. Once it calls out, we'll run straight to this golden little, I want to call it a Quidditch. I know it's a little demon. Get some of that gold, call down some more meteors. Perfect. Flame Sister, let's upgrade the Shrapnel Pot. doing awesome work with that blazing soul. Oof. Thank God for the dodge roll. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I'm not choosing Smoke Assassin, never have, never probably will. The Flame Dancer, so this is what replaces your auto attack. So it replaces your auto attack with just constant Inferno. So every attack you do is just the Inferno. Also, it increases burn damage by 100%. Really, really good. The downside to this is it decreases your auto attack speed, it seems like, so you're not attacking as fast like you would with the daggers. So what we could technically do is go with increase our God skill damage by 35%, and then our Blazing Soul will heal us for more and do more damage. So I think I'm going to do that this run, because sometimes Inferno going that route is a little more difficult to play around with that attack animation, just being a little slower and just kind of feels a little off. I feel like if they change that to maybe say, you know, with every auto attack you do an Inferno plus you attack with your dagger, that'd be nice, but all right, we're gonna upgrade Shrapnel Pot here again, and it's gonna increase the damage and as well as decrease the cooldown. Cast some more meteors. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Just kite him in circles, it's fine. And then hopefully we can get Loki again, so that way we pick up our last ability, which is Flame Wall. We'll get some health there. Perfect. And now we'll just kind of sit around here just waiting for the next objective to spawn. Maybe a chest will spawn we can go for. Maybe an elite, etc. Alright, here we go, Loki. Let's get that flammable wall. So no more skills should be popping up. It should all be passives now. Those passives can give us a variety of things that could greatly impact our run. Now, as we're playing the Flame Sister, I do want to just say that, you know, I did mention that she is a little bit more difficult to play. You do have to specifically unlock her. You don't just get her right off the bat. You know, she is squishy. You know, she definitely is squishy. Doesn't have many ways to just regen her health or just soak up a lot of damage like the Cirrus can, or like the Berserker can with all his rage, with all his regen, right? Even the Revenant, right? The Revenant has a way of staying alive just with his wolves and constant freezing and slowing that he can do. So the Flame Sister doesn't really have much of that. So you're really relying on evading damage, dodge rolling everything. You have 2 charges, right? So you can dodge roll twice in a row. So you really have to stay on your toes and make sure you're paying attention to what's going on around you so you don't take any unnecessary damage. Go ahead and just choose reroll here. That way if we don't like what we are given, we can go ahead and reroll out of it. Blaze Soul, absolutely amazing damage there. It basically one-shots all of your the minor targets and does a big chunk of damage to the heavier targets. Okay, so we can increase our class damage by 20%, our attack speed by 10%, or Inferno has an increased chance to burn. I'm going to go ahead and choose the class damage because I would love our Flame Dart to do even more damage. And Shrapnel, of course, I mean, you know, we want that to do more damage too, but it's a little bit more inconsistent, it seems, because it's just like a minefield that, or not a minefield, but a mine that it just drops randomly somewhere and it explodes on its own. So go ahead and start this little winter quest, Survive the Curse. Now, so far, we're having a decent time of staying alive. So far, I'm not going to jinx myself or knock on wood somewhere. I've played a few rounds of Flame Sister, and I will say that the Inferno subclass, where your Inferno just replaces your auto attacks, is is brutal. It's definitely rough. You're not doing as much damage with your auto attacks. You're not critting as much because you're attacking slower. So you're really relying on your class skills as well as your god skills to do anything. So it's just felt off. So that's why I didn't do it this time. And wanted to try the Blazing Soul upgrade and see how that worked out. So far I'm liking it, but we'll see. The previous run that I played on the Flame Sister was also a hard difficulty run as well. So there's no difference in degree of difficulty. It's just literally that one class skill that hurt me. So go ahead and see what we get for level 18. Or 17, I should say. Flame Sister again. Dashing has a chance to create burning area. We can continue to increase our class skills or receiving minor healing each time we inflict burn. So let's go ahead and increase our class skill damage one more time. All right, there's an elite somewhere. Let's go ahead and see where he's at. There he is. Oh, there's two of them. Perfect. Just gonna kite them around in circles here. See if we can get them in. What is that? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Alright, let's go ahead and increase our god skill damage. Very beneficial to have that. Oh, that's his little strikes on the ground. I didn't notice that. That's how it looked before. Yep. We're going to increase our god skill damage again. We'll go ahead and get this golden demon thing. What do we even call it? A succubus? It's not a succubus. It's a little demon. A little flying demon. Level 18. Flame Sister. And we'll have... You know what? I want to see what this does. So the damage is increased to 35. The cooldown is reduced down to 3. A timed explosive followed by secondary explosions. What does that mean? Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's like a little cluster bomb / minefield or mine. Nice. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Not my favorite, but not too bad. I guess it'd be decent for later in the run when there are a lot more mobs running all over the place. Go ahead and do the braziers again. It's easier than those Nephilim towers or whatever it was called. Ooh, we evaded that arrow. I totally didn't even notice it coming at me there. Alright, let's go ahead and increase our movement speed and attack speed just so we can run around the map a little bit faster to catch up with these braziers here and the quest. We'll do Freya. Let's see, increasing our pickup range. These are gold related. Yeah, no, we don't need that. So we banished it. Okay. Going on our third brazier here. See how this goes. Spawn another meteor. Wow, I'm getting so lucky with these evades. And last brazier. Now, what we're not getting lucky with is leveling our god skills. I mean, the only one I think I have 2 points in is Freya's. But at least our Flame Dart as well as our Shrapnel Pots are fully upgraded, so that's fantastic. Our pickup range is insane right now, so... gives us the freedom to really just run around and we can still get everything. 2 more minutes until our next objective. I'm good with that. Okay, so we're at 624 health, so let's see. There you go. So Brave, or the Blazing Soul gave us 24 health, but it only hit like I think 2 or 3 enemies there, so... yeah, see, when it hits more targets, it's a lot more effective. Flame Sister, let's go ahead and increase our attack speed. I think that's what it said. I saw the word attack, so I'm assuming it said attack speed, but if it was attack damage, I'm good with that as well. Is this hard? Does this tell you anywhere here? No, it doesn't. We won't know until the end. I'm pretty sure I picked hard, but we'll see. I definitely want to tackle the harder difficulties, even go into insane. But before I do that, I really just want to make sure that I grind out as many coins as I can. As many coins as I can, just to make sure that we have every possible talent point unlocked, just to make our lives a little bit easier when we go into that insane difficulty. You know, same thing with all the weapons. I want to unlock all the weapons as well, so. Let's get something good from this chest. No. We'll do reroll again. That's the issue with the RNG system like that with the chest, is that they could make it where the chest always has something good in it, but then that just kind of breaks it at that point. So, but I feel like some of the options that you have from the chest and things that you can pick are just underwhelming. And the fact that you can't, you know, take those buffs from the chest and carry them over into the actual boss fight is just kind of weird. I don't understand why we can't do that. I mean, I feel like if you're somebody who plans ahead, especially if you're going to be playing on the insane difficulty or even harder, if there are harder difficulties in the future, you should give the player the ability to decide whether or not they want to save a chest for the boss or if they absolutely need to use it pre-boss. So I really don't like this. This is the worst choice. I'll go with Jarl. I don't like that other one. I only came down here to get that that food buff just because I am really struggling here. Ow. This is what I was talking about, that the Flame Sister, if you get cornered and you're not paying attention, you'll be having a bad time. So, let's see, Divine Wave again. This is rough, guys. This is very rough. Alright, we're making our way over to a piece of chicken on the map. Hopefully we can get it. I'm doing as best as I can to stay alive here. This is brutal right now. Alright, let's get to that food buff. I honestly don't think we're going to be fighting the boss this round, because I can barely get to the objectives to complete them right now. Alright, we got the regeneration. That's the way to go right now. We need that. Upgrade Vipers, absolutely. Okay. Okay, that's gonna help us. That's gonna help us. Perfect, perfect. Let's get this chest up here. Hopefully it gives us something else useful. Movement speed. That's the play. That's the play to go. Oh man, we are stuck. Let's go up north. Freya, you got anything for us? Class skill damage. We're doing it. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get the boss guys. Let's see. Oh, we got another elite. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to fight the elite plus the Jarl. It's just way too much damage here. Little health buff there. Yeah, we're going for a just survive the run. This run, again, as you can see, compared to the other three classes, it was a breeze through the game, through hard, normal, right? But this is rough. This is rough. Nope, we don't want that. Let's go ahead and upgrade the flame wall. Use another meteor. All right. Perfect. While we're here, might as well get the soul stone, right? I mean, we're not gonna be able to finish and get the boss down, so we'll need to get soul stones some way. So that's the best way we can do it for right now. This chest, what's in here? Let's increase our health again, because why not? Let's go ahead and increase our movement speed and attack speed. Okay, 55 seconds. We can do this. Just have to survive. So up in the top of the map, you see that little swirly icon. So that's a blessing. All it does is increases your total damage by 30%. I mean, I only got it one time, so I don't know if it does other things. But that's what I know. Get another soul stone. We are almost at the end of the run. For fun, we'll just go ahead and pop the Jarl, see what happens, see what kind of damage we can do to him. Yeah, I mean, if we could have gotten to the Jarls earlier and easier, I think we would have had a better time, and I think we would have been able to spawn the Jotun here at the end. But it's just with those elites spawning, 2 of them at that moment, and all the enemies that were on the map, we just couldn't make it. We just could not make it to the Jarls on time, unfortunately. But hey, at least we survived. We earned 3 soul stones this run, 170 gold, fantastic. Surprisingly did a huge amount of damage, almost on par with the Berserker, but as you can see, the Berserker just had so much sustain compared to the Flame Sister. You really have to constantly move and dodge and avoid things just to stay alive, so it's a very, very active class. In terms of the damage, I mean, I think Meteors so far of all the abilities I've played has done the most damage, but I've used it the most though. Vipers 44,000, that's huge. Fire Dart almost 73,000, amazing. Shrapnel Pot, I'm impressed, right? I thought it was to be a lot less damage there, but 40k, not too bad at all. Divine Wave for a non-evolved ability, 28k, not bad. Flame Wall, underwhelming there to say the least. So, but we did survive hard difficulty, which is awesome. Hopefully, I'll be playing a little bit more off stream. Or off screen, I should say, and see if I can gather some more coins and really upgrade the rest of my talents, and then maybe unlock some more modifiers and see if we could potentially tackle the insane difficulty on each of the characters as well. So thank you all for joining. Hope you can like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know what your favorite game is, or your favorite ARPG, and what you're playing right now. Until then, I will see you all next time.